Hello, everybody, and good morning. This is your Uncle Alex with another news update. I know this is two in very quick succession, and that is not probably normally going to be the case. However, the more the merrier, I guess, because I still, have more interesting news clips from around Virginia to share. So it's early morning. I'm not wearing any pants. I know you can't tell. And my good buddy Bill sent me this article. So let me just give him a little praise real quick because Bill does a lot for the show and I really appreciate him.
The brother man Bill is the brother living at the top of the hill. Da-da-da-da-da. The brother man Bill is the brother with the brother man Bill skills. Da-da-da-da-da.
So thank you, brother man Bill. Uh, Here we have a article from WHSV from November the 22nd, and it's called "Did I Really See What I Thought I Did?" Harrisonburg man shares UFO sighting. So let me get to this article really quick, and then we've got another one coming up shortly after. Harrisonburg, Virginia, WHSV. While driving in Harrisonburg on a Sunday evening, one man says he saw three objects in the sky that caused him to stop driving and pull his car over. After reaching out to WHSV to see if anyone else saw the same thing, he shared his story. The sighting happened around 5:15 p.m. on Sunday, November 19th, and Lauren had just left the Valley View Mall area and was on Neff Avenue heading towards Port Republic Road as he was driving. Lauren said he looked up and saw something that caught his eye. It looked like it might be a plane, but a very large plane, Lauren said. I rolled my window down and it wasn't making any sound and noticed it had a fuzzy reddish outline. It looked like a rocket because it was almost going straight up. Lauren said he wanted to see what the object was and decided to pull his car over to take a photo. When he got his phone out, the object was gone. With no cloud cover, Lauren said no plane or satellite could have disappeared that quickly. Getting back on Neff Avenue, Lauren traveled a bit before he noticed two more objects in the eastern sky. I saw what I thought might be a traditional plane, and there was a colorful object below it. I decided to quickly take a photo before they disappeared, Lauren said. After about 5 to 10 seconds, I was able to stop and get my cell phone out, and both objects were gone. It was definitely a silvery, plane shaped or tube shaped object, and there was something below it. Once again, the objects were gone. Lauren told WHSV that he doesn't normally notice things in the sky and that he doesn't see much air traffic over Harrisonburg. Having seen planes coming and going from the Shenandoah Valley Regional Airport, Lauren said he knows what normal civilian and military aircraft look like, but that these objects were different. Sometimes planes look like they're heading straight up, but eventually fly over you. But these objects didn't do that, and it was something about the reddish outline that was odd, Lauren said. I thought it's a big jet, and if it's a military jet, then it's big. Lauren said he's never pulled over to take a photo of anything in the sky before, and said that when objects disappeared, he began to doubt what he had seen. You kind of doubt yourself because you can't compute what you saw, Lauren said. After returning home and telling his wife, Lauren said she laughed and made a Facebook post joking about the situation. Then other people started commenting, saying that they had seen the same thing. So that's what that is. Uh, Very recently, a couple of UFOs had been seen. The post was shared on Facebook, and other people said they also had seen something in or around that same time. And I've actually talked to Lauren, and he will be on tomorrow's actual episode. The word episode sometimes escape me. I'm gonna have an interview with Lauren up tomorrow. It may be a little bit late. I've done the editing on the interview, but I still have to do all of the other segments surrounding that, and it might take a good portion of the rest of my day tomorrow because I do have to work today. But that's absolutely interesting. I love hearing UFO reports in and around the Shenandoah Valley, and actually one of the reasons that really pushed me to do this show, there was quite a few reasons, but one of them, I don't know if you guys are like me, but I like to listen back to those old Art Bell Coast to Coast or Midnight in the Desert uh, recordings, the archives. And I remember one from the 90s. He had open lines, and somebody had called in and was like talking about a UFO incident in Harrisonburg where somebody that they knew had been traveling south on I-81 from Harrisonburg, and around the Harrisonburg area, they noticed that they were being chased by a UFO for miles and miles and miles down the 81 corridor. And that to me was just like, man, that's so close to home. I really wish there was a show about things that are just close to home. And now here we have Odd Virginia. So I hope that that also scratches an itch for some of you. But here's the next article. Uh, oh, there's a video involved too. The 14-year-old student reports a cigar-shaped UFO near Stanton in 1964. Now, this is my hometown, and this was published in June of this year. Augusta County, Virginia, WHSV, on December 21st, 1964, Horace Burns claimed to see a large UFO land in a field near Fishersville. After an investigation by Project Blue Book, an Air Force program that investigated UFO sightings, they said it would have been impossible for no one else to see a large UFO land near Fishersville, and they discounted Burns' sighting. Now, I just want to say that if Project Blue Book, J. Allen Hynek, I'm sure you guys know the name if you're keen on these sorts of topics, having that come to investigate is no small matter. J. Allen Hynek was the guy for Air Force investigation of UFOs in the 1940s through 60s, I believe. So that's kind of a big deal. Maybe understated in this article, but nonetheless, a huge deal. And the article goes on, but someone else did see something that day. According to an article in the Times Dispatch dated January 14th, 1965, a 14-year-old Stanton High School student told a reporter that he saw a cigar-shaped UFO around 4:50 p.m. on December 21st, about 20 minutes before Burns had his sighting. Kenneth Norton Jr. said he saw the object outside of his bedroom window. He had said he had told his mom about the UFO, but his family told him not to say anything about it because they didn't want people thinking he was crazy. My mother let me call this evening because she thought maybe what I saw would verify Mr. Burns' story, Norton told the reporter. Norton said the object was about 125 feet long, but Burns said the object looked like an upside-down top, or a beehive, not a cigar. Norton told the reporter that it is possible that the angle that he saw the object from could have distorted it. The article states that Norton was a member of the Civil Air Patrol cadets and that even though he only saw the UFO for around 5 seconds, he did not see wings, a tail, or anything that had moved that fast before. The sighting contradicts Blue Book's report that said no one else saw anything that night, and adds credibility to Burns' sighting on the Route 250 on the night of December 21st. But by May 1965, there would be over 35 reported sightings of UFOs in Augusta County, and there may be many other sightings that have gone unreported for 50 years later. Well, I guarantee you that that is true. Many sightings do go unreported. When most people see these sorts of things, they don't necessarily think right away that they need to contact government or news media. Usually it's just tell your friends and family, and then they'll shoot you down real quick, I guarantee you. But that is incredibly interesting, and if you guys haven't looked into Project Blue Book at all, it's a absolutely great deep dive to go down. They came down here to the valley, like I said, back in 1965 to investigate this Fishersville landing, and apparently it was sighted around Stanton as well. But there is a really good television miniseries based on Project Blue Book. Really, really well done, but it got canceled after the first or second season. I can't remember how many seasons it went, but I watched it, and it was such a cliffhanger at the end with J. Allen Hynek getting on a carrier to go to the North Pole. I think it might have been an Operation High Jump with General Byrd, or it could have just been his own investigation that he was doing that. And I don't know how much truth there is to Allen Hynek going up to the North Pole in Antarctica to investigate UFOs, but that was a really good way to honestly end the series. So that's all for today. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will have a new episode up tomorrow night. Stay odd, everyone.